Well, if you can believe it, we're already into March, and this month is also known as National Sleep Awareness Month. But manager of physician engagement at the Snore Shop here in Halifax. Good morning, Erica. Thank you so much for being here with us.
Thank you for having me.
And listen, you look bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, so we were joking that, you know, as an expert in sleep, you must be getting some really good sleep, but not always the case.
Well, you know, illusions, but I do my best.
That's all we can ask of anybody, right? How important really is proper sleep for that day-to-day function and that overall health?
Well, you hit the nail on the head with the overall health part. So sleep.
So how do you recommend then that folks, first of all, what is, proper sleep to begin with? Let's give kind of a general definition of what that actually looks like.
For sure. So for starters, getting enough sleep is important. So
see, that's my problem. I love a good nap. Mm-hmm. Even when I don't even necessarily feel like I need it, I still feel
and like a rest is okay. You just don't want to be like having these power 2-hour naps in the afternoon. It's going to mess up your sleep at night. And another thing,
there's another kind of factor into all of this and what it impacts quite a few people: sleep apnea.
Yes.
First, can we start with what exactly it is?
Sure.
and how many folks are really impacted by it?
Well, it's actually pretty prominent. So, but we're lucky because in the Maritimes, it's actually pretty easy to get tested.
Really?
So you can go through your healthcare provider.
Yeah, it seems a little bit scary, right?
Especially if you don't even know it's happening. Most people think, well, surely if I'm stopping breathing all night, I'm going to wake up and know it. Not necessarily. It's happening while you're asleep.
Gosh.
So it's easy to treat. That's the thing.
Oh, good. Okay.
That's the most important aspect. Just because you're diagnosed, it's not the end of the world. Most people do fixed way snoring.
Ooh, okay. My boyfriend might want me to go and get tested. Paul was asking. He was like, are you a snorer? And I said, you're not going to ask me. You're going to have to ask my boyfriend. Listen, Erica, thank you so much for all this information. They can find yourself at the Snore Shop, the Halifax location, correct? Are you?
I work out of most of the...
Elizabeth, this is unbelievable. Thank you for being here to talk about this with us.
Thank you. It's nice to be here as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. Okay, so let's start with just how significant really this spotting is when it comes to the research and what we've kind of known or thought we knew at least about killer whales.
Well, killer whales are an apex predator in the ocean. Not all of them do, but
the uniqueness of the situation.
Absolutely. So off Iceland and also in the Strait of Gibraltar and perhaps elsewhere we don't know about, the pilot whales have. That also doesn't fully make sense. I mean, off Iceland we're seeing them eat herring most of the time. Okay. And so there's been this big question: why is there this conflict between the pilot whales and the killer whales?
And now we just have even more questions. What kind of went through your mind when you first heard about this sighting of this adult female? We're talking about this being, the headline of the story seems very sweet and innocent and almost Disney-esque. There are some, negatives, I guess we'll say, about this. So what are the thoughts about how that pilot whale calf got there?
So there's two main possibilities, of course.
Which ultimately, this is the animal kingdom. This is, what we see, of course, but still just so fascinating to know that nurturing side is there, whether it's, her own baby or someone else's. Very cool.
No, absolutely.
What do you think is next? We've only got about 10 seconds.
Well, we're going to have to figure out whether this is common. It was seen again last year in Iceland in the south.